Well, come on here with your fine self.
But you better cut this out.
What I gotta cut out? What you need me to cut out?
Come on now.
Huh? You remember that? Hey everybody, my name is G Brown, G Brown the Lifestyle Changer.
And I'm Frederick Brown, the husband.
And what are they doing? Hanging with the Browns.
Yes.
All right. Monday I aired, which was 2 days ago, I aired my doctor's appointment. Let me just really break it down to y'all. I broke out across my chest and I was like, oh my goodness, what is this? So I make myself an appointment and I really like our primary care physician. And so she ran a whole bunch of tests, allergens, check the fat, just go listen to it. You could just hear all the stuff off. Well, she got down to the cholesterol, and one of the things that I sprung back on her, okay, you just told me all of this great stuff, and then you brought up this one thing. And so I wanted to know about metabolic health, because that's a lot of what we talk about in the carnivore community, right? And so then my husband was nice enough to just really break those 5 down, optimal levels of the 5 markers. And so it should be your blood sugar.
Blood pressure.
Wait a minute, your what is it?
Triglycerides.
Oh, ride. I keep wanting to put a T in it. Triglycerides. Well, triglycerides, your HDL and your cholesterol, your blood pressure, and then the circumference around your waist. And I'm like, well, I know that's done went down. And so.
And this is all based on taking no medication, right?
Correct.
These are the optimal markers without medication.
Correct. And all of my numbers in regards to that, if I'm not mistaken, that's the information that I put in on a website, and it was like, I'm at like 12%.
Yeah.
You can't get any better than that looking at my numbers. And so that's where the conversation went. Well, we get in bed and somebody wants to crack on me, talking about my doctor's appointment. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, the thing that I found interesting was, the way she responded. And y'all see her. There's no telling what's going to come out of her mouth or how it's going to come out, right?
Oh, you talking about me? I thought you were talking about the doctor, how they responded. Who are you talking about? You talking about me?
Yeah.
What'd I do?
Well, no, I'm just saying, when she was running down this list, she was going on and on and on, asking questions and kind of answering them at the same time. And
he said I didn't give her a chance to answer.
She didn't give her a chance to respond. Y'all see, y'all know. But anyway. So she threw a lot at the doctor. I'm sitting in there shaking my head. I'm like, can you just slow down, and let her respond? So then by the time she responds to the last thing she said instead of all the stuff prior to. And so, I felt like, and I know the doctor was a little caught off guard, wasn't expecting it.
Well, no, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I think once it started happening, she looked back up and said, oh, yeah, it's her. So
yeah, that might have been too.
That might have been it.
But and it was kind of, I thought it was kind of, I don't want to say funny, but interesting. If you really listen to it, the way my wife said, when I had this, and that, you prescribe this medicine, that medicine, it cost me this amount of money to go have this done, this amount of money to go have that done. And she just had a laundry list of stuff that the doctor calls her to do, and none of it solved her problem, right? Well, now we don't have any medical bills, and our physical ailments are solved.
But wait a minute, let me add this. So those that follow the channel, you guys remember when I had the dental work and then I was suffering with that cough. I ended up in the ER, urgent care. And so in bringing this, back to her, one of the things that she did, especially since our daughter passed and was having some lung issues, that's why she ran me for lupus, she ran me for any autoimmune type disease. That all came out negative. And so she had me to go for this breathing, and that's why I say $287 was my portion to go in to do this breathing. And it's like, and if you found out something that was going on, the remedy would have been an inhaler, just more medicine, is what I think the point that I was trying to make, is that I go do these tests, they really don't find anything, I done paid money, and then, here's some more medicine. And then I offered to be a case study for her, saying, I'm not changing the way that I eat. So if you would like to work with me and test with me to where you feel that my cholesterol is too high on certain markers, and I'm saying I've never felt better, then that should say to you, hold up, she's right. Between her and her husband, that's 20 medications or prescriptions I no longer have to write. And wait a minute, she's saying now no more physical therapy, no more sliding them into the tube, none of this. And the only thing that has happened is, I think it's 3 of the cholesterol readings that's high. Of course, so they add them all up and you're going to get a high total. But the ones, like I say, my HDL and stuff, all of that is right. So it's like these other 3 over here were elevated. And so let's look into that. Because, so what if I take cholesterol medicine? The cholesterol medicine is going to do the overall number. It's not going, so it might put my HDL out just to bring these numbers down, and now you done messed up my good one. No.
And then you become really a higher risk for heart disease.
Heart disease.
Right. So that's the whole thing. People, we say do your own research. We say really try to think critically about what's really going on and look at the bottom line. The bottom line is money. The bottom line is money. And we're not faulting our doctor or doctors in general.
No, because when they went to school, this is how they were taught.
It's the way they were taught. And then you got to ask yourself, why were they taught this way? What was the reasoning behind doing it?
Well,
right?
Who's behind the school and the
who's financing? Who's financing these institutions? Right? Who are the donors?
Yeah, who giving them grants out?
Right. And if you got a pharmaceutical company or pharmaceutical companies that are heavily invested into the medical industries, who do you think they're looking out for? Whose interest do you think they're looking out for? It's their own. That's their business model, right? In order to have a sustainable and successful business model, you got to keep people coming through the door. You can't cure them. If you cure them, they don't come back. Think about it.
I think about Dr. Baker when you have someone on the table that now I have to amputate one of your limbs, whether it's a toe, the leg, a finger, it doesn't matter. I have to amputate. And now I know that you could have changed your diet. But being the doctor, he has to follow through to save your life. That limb must come off. And so then at what point do some of our doctors stand up? So I'm actually trying to help mine. And I'm like, listen, you're going to keep seeing these numbers. Now, she came up with that in 4 months that I go back and let's look at it again. Because she said,
Yeah, it's going to be the same. Because we're going to continue our way of eating, our lifestyle.
Well,
so
no,
nothing's going to change.
I did say I was going to start walking.
That's not going to change your cholesterol.
Huh?
They ain't going to change your cholesterol. You just need exercise for your body, but they ain't going to change your cholesterol.
But I think that if I work out and my body is smaller, then that's like less cholesterol to read.
Nope.
No, that ain't how it work.
No.
You know,
I can almost guarantee you, I'm not even a doctor. I can tell you that ain't gonna stop your problem.
You don't think that if I get skinnier, that's like it's less of me, so the numbers.
The cholesterol problem is coming from the saturated fat that we're eating. That's
and
what's causing the
be
problem.
tearing that up.
And so yeah,
you did a good crust on that fat
so that's
today
not gonna solve
too.
your problem. Right.
So then that's where she's gonna have to come in and think of something else, because I'm gonna keep pecking at her to say, listen, look at how I feel. Don't you think they done taught you something wrong? Who's benefiting from you giving me that prescription?
You can't say that. You can't.
Oh, I can say it. Now, whether she want to hear it or not, that's a whole.
Don't say that.
Well, why not?
No, because you one thing you don't want to do is insult someone.
You felt what I just said was insulting?
If you're a doctor and you say that, yeah. If
I'm
you're a
just
doctor
talking about-
and you're a non-doctor, I think that would be insulting. Who do you think you are? Yeah, I think
A
that would.
non-doctor that's feeling good.
I think that would be insulting.
Y'all think,
Don't do
okay,
that.
so if I turned around and said, listen, look, I no longer have to take these different things that possibly is something to the way that I'm eating now. You think that would be?
Okay, that's a little bit better.
Well, what I say the first time?
Yeah.
Ain't no telling. Okay, that's how I cleaned it up. Yeah, that just to look that it's possible. Oh, I think it's the part I said it's possible that you ain't doing it right.
Yeah, don't do that.
All right, guys. So he did. You said something else last night too. Talking about you just turned around and told her you gave me all that medicine and
I did say that.
You said that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that I was kind of harsh. I didn't feel that I was harsh. I felt like I was speaking for myself. Can't nobody else speak for us like we can. So y'all let me know in the comments. You probably already did of how that went. But in the meantime, if you what?
If you enjoyed this content, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell.
All right, now roll over here just a little bit next to me. Oh,
Stop
yeah.
it. Stop
Look.
it.
Now look over there. You looking? Check that video out. Make sure you subscribe right there.